When you guys saw Doug, he's like, oh, how did you know it was me? Anybody? Did Doug say that catchphrase? Anybody?
Because I have a mask. Get it? Because you can't tell it's me because I have a mask.
How many feel like Doug just makes the best dad jokes in the whole entire world?
Wow.
It's a good thing.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Barry.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Good to have you, Barry.
I'm glad we finally see your real, true hair color. Thanks so much. Well, hi, guys. Hey, high five somebody and say, hey, you're super. Hey. And then say, I know you are, but what am I? Well, hey, listen. That was my fault. I totally said this to chaos. Hey, so listen. How many of you felt like this night? I mean, so I was here when you guys did your 80s theme, which you guys were like, I wasn't born then. I don't know what that means. 80s, what is that? Is that a number? But how many of you have been waiting for a night themed around superheroes because that is your jam? How many of you still believe you're waiting for a bottle of super active waste to fall on you so you can get your superpowers? Don't let that happen, by the way. That causes diseases, okay? Well, listen, I want to do a game really quick. Here's a game that I do at my youth group, okay? You ready for this? I need besties. I need besties, that are good at, just getting into each other's head. Not in a weird way. But, I need besties that you okay, one and two. Besties. And by that, I mean that's slang for best friend. Okay, come on, get you two. You're saying yes, she's saying no. I don't think she is your best friend. Alright, come on up. You two come on up. That's, yes. And then Doug, wherever you are, I need that microphone. Wait, come on. Yes. Gentlemen, I'm sorry, I know that you did good though. Hey, you did good too. Okay, great. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna play this game, alright? You're gonna go back to back, and it's not really a game, but it's just how good you know your friend, okay? Alright, yes, you don't know him? It's gonna get really awkward then. Okay, alright, back to back. Okay, back to back. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go down the line, and I'm gonna ask each pairing a question, and the prize is unlimited high fives from me, which are very expensive. These are antique high fives. So, anyways, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, and the hope is when you go back to back and you turn around, you sync up and your word is with theirs, but you don't know what they're gonna say, okay? So let's pray. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, are you ready? Here is the first question. Now this is all things superhero related, okay? But you don't have to be a superhero expert, okay? For example, who is Lex Luthor's father? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, all right, I'll make them really, really easy. Okay, you ready? So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, you're gonna turn. Okay, you ready? Okay. Here is an easy one. Name, and by the way, don't say anything. This isn't The Price is Right. Don't yell anything out, okay? Sorry, that's an old people show. Okay, ready? Name a female Marvel superhero. On 3, back to back. Ready? Don't say anything. Ready? Shh. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, but it's not Marvel. That's DC.
You got it. But no, hey, listen. That was offensive. It's Marvel. Okay, so I'm sorry. We'll work on the next one. Okay, ready? Name a male DC superhero. 1, 2, 3.
Batman.
Did I get it? Batman?
Oh, yep.
Finish each other's sandwiches. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Name a super villain. Whoa. Hold on, Beaver. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. You didn't say anything. He's all silent man. He's bad because I didn't hear him. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? You can totally redeem yourself. Okay, ready? Name from the Marvel movies just one Avenger. Name one Avenger. 1, 2, 3.
What did you say?
You said, huh? You said, Hulk. Watch out for the Incredible Hulk. Okay, ready? Okay, this is near and dear to my heart. Name a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, one of the 4. 1, 2, 3. What do you see? Leo Angelo, that's not one. Okay. Okay, this is for all the points, all right? Ready, guys? Back to back. Okay, last one. Remember to say something, okay? Say something. Okay. Name a powerful Jedi. One. Wait, no. Oh. You had one job.
You had one
Okay,
job.
back to back. Your life depends on it. Name one powerful Jedi. 1, 2, 3.
Howard the Duck.
All right, give him a round of applause. Go and take a seat. You did. Wait. Does Howard the Duck count? All right. Well, hey, listen. So, in the hush below the crowd.
He's a superhero.
So weird. I feel like you just named like an indie band. Like, have you ever heard of Howard the Duck? Okay. So growing up, if I can show my cards, growing up, and it's not as relevant as much today anymore, but I think it still kind of pops up every once in a while. Growing up, my jam, all the time was Ninja Turtles. Any Ninja Turtle fans? Okay, listen. I was such a Ninja Turtle fan. That I remember this specific story. I was at my grandma's house, okay? And I'm like 3 years old, and for some reason she allowed me as a 3-year-old to be in the bathtub by myself. I don't know why. It's great grandparenting. Anyways, I'm in the bathtub, and I'm like, I wish I was a Ninja Turtle. Okay, so I'm in the bathtub, and I'm hanging out. And my grandma had bought me this like cheap Costco-sized like bottle of green shampoo. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm a Ninja Turtle in the bathtub. And I look over, and I'm like, it's the ooze, okay? So I'm thinking, I'm like, it's the ooze. I gotta get the ooze on me. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a Ninja Turtle. Like I'm just dumping the whole thing on myself. And I was just like really clean, but really sad because nothing happened. Like I just wanted to be a Ninja Turtle so bad. When you were a kid, just out of curiosity, and if you still want to be this, that's totally cool. It's not nerdy to do that. What was one of the superheroes when you were a kid that you wanted to be so bad? I mean, remember, hold on, wait, I'm gonna raise your hand. Remember when you were a kid and you would sit at home and you'd put your cape on and you'd run around the house and you'd fight the bad guys, which is your little sister? Yes. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. What else? Yes. What? Catch that USA. Yeah. Buzz Lightyear. So, that's all great. So, I'll wait for you guys. Thank you. I got you all chatty, that's my bad. So you remember when you were a little kid, and you would run around your house, right? And maybe some of you still do this. And you would have pretend scenarios where you would fight stuff and you had whatever superpower it was, whether it was flight, invisibility, reading minds. That was your power. And you would fight these scenarios and you would always win. You would always come out the victor. You would always beat your cat or your dog or your like little sister, whatever. You always won. But then there was a moment in life to where you stopped feeling like a superhero. I remember as I got older, I felt like I didn't have the superpowers, but all of a sudden in my family, I felt like for a long time, from the age 10 until 18 years old, that I had to be the superhero. What do I mean by that is the cape came off and the playtime went away. My parents being divorced and my dad being in a different state and my mom having a hard time trying to make ends meet, I began to think that I needed to be the superhero. I remember something in me said, Perry, you need to be the superhero of your family. You need to be the superhero at your school. You need to be the superhero and hold everything together. That voice got really loud for me when I was 9 to 10 years old. And I imagine that right now here in this place, it probably wasn't just me. Maybe some of you have felt like for a long time you have had to be the superhero. And my superpower growing up that I would put in any kind of situation was humor. Any time I would go into a situation, anytime my mom was down or my sister was down or something was in chaos, I felt like, okay, if I could just be funny, if I can just be like Jim Carrey or Will Smith, if I can just walk into this scenario and make my mom laugh, then maybe things won't feel so heavy and so hard. And that superpower worked for a while until it just didn't. Until no matter what I did, I couldn't fix things in my life and I couldn't fix things in myself. My question for you tonight, and you're going to see it pop up on the screen. What if you were never meant to be the superhero of your life? Let me say that again. What if you bought into the lie that you needed to be the superhero, but what if the actual truth is God is saying to you, you were never meant to be a superhero. You were never meant to be the number one. Now, for some of you, and I want you to take 30 seconds, and as soon as I say bring it back, I want you to bring it back. For some of you, that might have lots of feelings come with it. Okay, let's bring this slide up. And I want you to talk amongst yourselves for just 30 seconds. When you hear that phrase, you were never meant to be the superhero, what does that make you feel? Does it make you feel frustrated? Does it make you feel like, Perry, I'm just going to prove you wrong. I will show you and tell you about my life once we're done. Or do you feel like confused? Or does it make you feel super scared? Turn to your neighbor, and when you hear that phrase, you were never meant to be the superhero, how does that make you feel? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Five, 4, 3, 2, by 1. Raise your hand. How does that? Hey, I would love for a couple of you to be brave. How does that make you feel? Raise your hand. No jokes in between. Just answer straight up. Which one did you choose? Confused. Okay. Yes. Confused. What else? Yes. You're gonna prove me wrong. I think you're being honest. Yes. Shh. What? You'll prove me wrong. Okay. What else? Yes.
Super scared.
Super scared. One more. Yeah. Super scared. Now listen. Yes, one more. Go ahead. I'll prove you wrong. Now listen. Shh. Those are normal feelings to feel. There's some normal feelings to feel, but I promise you, when you hear that phrase, I'm not going to just leave you there with that. There's something more. And in the Bible, surprise, we're talking about Jesus. In the Bible, Jesus is talking to his disciples. And he's having a very long, one of those long-winded conversations, and he's reminding them of a couple things that they need to do for their lives to be transformational, for them to transform the world. So he's reminding them of a couple things that need to happen. Because in just a little bit, Jesus is going to be crucified, but he's saying, listen, focus in right here. Before I go away, I need you to hold on to these words, because if you don't hold on to these words, things are going to get even more messy for you. So he says this to them. He starts to use an illustration. He doesn't actually think of himself as a tree or as a vine, but he's using something for them to picture. And he says this to them. Out of the book of John, he says this. He says, I am the vine. You are the true vine. Can we bring that slide up? I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. I'm the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes it so that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me. Somebody say, abide in me. Abide. And I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine. I am the vine. I am the vine. You are the branches who abides in me, and I in him. He bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing. Will you pray with me just once more as I take this a little bit deeper? Jesus, I know that time is of the essence. So God, I pray that whatever I say in the small amount of time that I have left, may I be bold, but may I be getting out of the way so that you may speak. Jesus, your name we pray. You see, guys, in this passage, Jesus he's extending himself before he extends himself on the cross. Oh, I like that. I'm going to say that again. He's extending himself before he extends himself on the cross. And he's putting himself out almost like a tree. And he's saying, listen, I'm the original root. Okay, I am the original thing. I am better than the giving tree, okay? And so in me and through me, you are going to start to grow only off of me. And he's saying, like if you cut off a branch, once you cut off that branch, it can't. I'm not even a gardener, and all I have to know is once you cut it off, it's done, okay? But he's saying, if you hold on to me, if you stay in who I am, in my love, and in following me, what's going to happen out of your life and what comes out of you as a branch is fruit and goodness and transformation. Translation. He is saying, I am the original vine who is the original superhero, and in me, you can have transformation. But you were never meant to be your own vine. You were never meant to be your own superhero. And those are freeing words. There's freedom in that, because what it means is you don't have to fix your family. You don't have to fix yourself at school. You don't have to fix what happens with you when you're by yourself and you're stuck in your emotions and your feelings. Jesus is saying, I don't want you to have to be the superhero. That would be awful. That leads to disaster. That leads to brokenness. He's saying, stop doing that. I want to be your superhero because I was made to be that. So when you let Jesus be that, it means that there's something more. When you let Jesus be the superhero of your life, the first thing is that you have freedom to be loved, not because of what you can do, but when you let Jesus be the superhero and you are connected to him, you get to be loved just because of who you are. You get to be loved just because of who you are. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to become a superhero. You get to be loved just because of you are. The superhero does the work, and you get to reap the benefits. Pretty beautiful thing. But on top of that, every superhero that's a good superhero doesn't just fly alone. We know that to every Batman there is a Robin, or for those of you that haven't gotten to this, there's a Batgirl. Let's get with it. There's a Batgirl. There's a sidekick. Now, I don't know if you know this story about Robin, but Robin, there's a couple Robins, but here's the thing. Robin was not a superhero. Robin was a gymnast. Robin was a gymnastic kid who got adopted by Bruce Wayne, and he inherited all of his gadgets, all of his kung fu, all of his super awesome cool moves. So when Robin got connected with Batman, he gets to receive all that Batman has to offer. So Batman is training and using Robin and transforming Robin. You get to be a sidekick in the story of Jesus, the superhero. So he doesn't just say, I'm going to leave you weak and defenseless. No, he's saying, connect with me so you actually can be transformed. So you actually can make a difference at your school. So you actually can go out in the world and make things transformative for the story of God. What a powerful thing. He's saying, come to me and I'll make you my sidekick, and you get to come alongside me and we get to transform the world together. What a powerful, powerful thing. The first time I really experienced the moment where I don't have to be the superhero to be loved, one of the very first moments. I mean, I was committed to Christ, but one of the moments where it made sense. Over there, there's a woman who is known as my wife. Her name is Andy. Everybody say, hi, Andy. Hi. No, not Nate. Don't, not the guy waving. That's my friend. Anyways, Andy is my wife of, we're coming up in 6 years, correct?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, girl? And we got 2 kids. But listen, I know you're thinking like, wow, all of that. Well, no kidding, no. I don't know how this did that, okay? I don't know how, superheroes. Okay, I don't know how I did it, but I did it, okay? But here's the thing. When I first started hanging out with Andy, and Nate knows these stories all too well, you guys, I was not a superhero, and I would try to use my superpower, which was humor, okay? So for like a good amount of time, I have a string of events when I was 18 years old to 22 years old where I tried to talk to her, and I'm going to go really fast about how these went about. The first go around when I first tried to talk to her, okay? We are going at a retreat in the mountains, and I'm walking from lunch, and she's walking to lunch, okay? Now guys, listen. Anytime you see a girl that you like one day, because not in junior high, you don't have feelings, just kidding. Anytime you see somebody that you like, you say hi. Let's just practice it. Guys, on 3, we're gonna say hi. 1, 2, 3. Nailed it. So I am walking through the woods. And my brain's like, Harry, you got this, you're a grown man, you're 18 years old, you've got your own job. When you look up, just say hi. So I'm walking, and I look up, and Andy goes, hi. And all I say is, ha! And right as I say is, ha! A branch just goes, hits me in the face. That's round 1. A year later, these are the only conversations we have for about 4 years. And a year later, she's working on church staff, okay? She's outside. We lived in Arizona, so it's the armpit of the U.S. because it's really hot. She's outside. She is stacking chairs. And guys, what do? When a girl is stacking chairs, we go and grab 2 chairs in each arm because they're totally going to notice that, right? And so I walk over there, and I stack the chairs. She wipes her brow, and she goes, it's really hot outside. And my brain didn't know what to do, and I go, no, it's just the sun. And she goes, what? I go, it's just the sun. And she goes, that's deep. And she walks away. Round 3. Round 3, okay? We are outside of church. Okay, now listen, it gets better. Once again, my superpower of humor is not showing up when I need it. We're in a circle outside of church filled with adults outside of our evening service. Everybody's talking about what they're going to do. One person's like, I'm going to go to Applebee's. Another person's like, I'm going to go to the movies. Okay? Andy is in this circle, and we're all talking, and somehow it comes to me, and somebody goes, Perry, what are you going to do? My brain's like, dude, you got this. You're tired, or college students say you're going to go home and get some rest. You got a big day tomorrow. I'm like, got it. So I go, go home to sleep. And so he goes, well, hey, go home to sleep. That's round 3. Round 4. I think I'm about 21 years old at this time, all right? I think I would got this down. We're at a restaurant in a group setting, okay? She is sitting across from me. Now, here's the thing. My drink, my lemonade, my soda is my safe place. If you drink it, it's contaminated like the movie Signs. It's gone, it's done, it's dead to me. I don't want it. So, anyways, guys, anytime a girl likes you later on in life and she says, what you got there, fella? And you're like, I've got a drink. And she's like, can I try it? You say, yes. No, yes. Yes, it's initiation. No, this is mine. Don't touch it, lady. No, okay, listen. She's across from me. And I kid you not, I didn't catch it in time. She goes, what do you have there? I go, oh, cherry lemonade. And she goes to grab it, and I go, no, like that. And it was like, no. And I'm like, please try my drink. She goes, no. I'm like, please try it. No. And the next day we got married. No. Here's why I tell that story to close this. Here's why I tell that story to close this. In worship teams, you want to make your way up. Even though I came to Christ when I was younger, in a moment where I felt not good enough, because she is a great, awesome woman of God, and I know that I'm a man of God. But I felt like every time I saw her, I went back to my old wannabe superpowers. My brain said, Terry, you need to prove yourself, and you need to be funny. And if you're not funny, you're not anything, because that's what people want for you. That's how you can fix things. And I couldn't do it. But what was beautiful is Andy still gave me a chance and liked me and loved me, even though there was moments where I was not funny. On a bigger scale, that's what God wants of you and with you. He's saying, I want to transform and change your life. I want to be your superhero. You don't have to have the superpower. You don't have to prove yourself. Just come to me and I will change your life. And you can come alongside me. You can be my sidekick because I want to have a life with you forever. Tonight, if you want to know that Jesus more, if you want to know, if you're like, I just heard that for the first time, that God really loves me, and for some reason it makes sense, if you want to make a commitment to Jesus, and what a commitment looks like is saying, Jesus, I believe in your death and your resurrection. I believe that you died on the cross for my sins. I believe in who you are, and so therefore, Jesus, I'm done being the superhero. I give my life to you to transform my sin. I give it to you, just like Perry talked about. I give my life to you, and I want to follow you. If that is you, let's do this really quick. Let's close our eyes for a second. Let me just invite you to pray this prayer with me. Jesus, we move fast, but I know that your spirit does not move like I do. Your spirit moves in a powerful way. So God, if there's a student out here, may they say something like this to you as I say it right now. All you have to do is say say it silently. Jesus, I give myself to you. I'm tired of trying to be the hero, the boss. You are the one that transforms and saves and changes sin and changes my world. And so therefore, Jesus, I give it all to you, and I want to follow you and give you my life. I surrender. I want you in my life from here on out. It's me and you. Not perfect, but it's me and you, and I will go wherever you go. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. If that is you, it would break my heart for you to walk away and not share this awesome experience and this awesome decision with anybody. I would be so sad. So make sure you do me a favor, you find a leader around the room. But most of all, make sure you're going to see Doug's number up there. Please text him. He is the pastor here, if you didn't know that. And he would love to follow up and just give you more details about what that journey looks like and how you can be connected even further so you can know just how much Jesus loves you and what it means to walk with him. So please, 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 if you need to, text that number. It will remain up there. But I would love for you just to stand up as we start to sing some of those